Recording.
Hey up, guys. How we doing? I've just been to see me ma. Just been to see me ma.
Try again later.
And I was coming along. I was going to turn camera on. I couldn't find it. It's hanging off my helmet. Bloody hell. Oh, yeah. Oh, all good fun. That's better. Now we're wrapped up, ready to go. So how are we doing, guys? Look at this. This came out of nowhere. It was raining, cloudy and miserable this morning. And I saw sun come out. So I jumped on my bike and stuff and we're off. And why not? Asbo's keen to get out. These guys are keen to get out. Wow, he looked mean on the back. I like that helmet. Now, I don't know if you can hear that intercom failed, try again later. I've sussed out what that is. This thing says it. Every time you speak, it says it because, what is it, 10C Pro I've got, or whatever this camera is. And there's a Fox enabled option in the options menu, and basically when you read it, if you've been connected to, oh hello ladies, if you've been connected to someone before, I've been connected to my mate before, and what it does is every time you speak, it's doing me head in. Every time you speak, it tries to reconnect to someone. So it gets really bloody annoying. I keep meaning to take it off, but like you do, you forget, don't you? And poor old Asbo's been having trouble. It keeps getting a flat battery and I don't know why. So I'm going to have a quick run out to Scarborough and see if I can charge it up. I've just been to my mother's. I had to take it all to bits and charge it because the battery's under here where the petrol tank normally is. So you've got to take all these covers off to get to the bloody battery. Oh well, we'll see. Give it a bit of a run out. That's a rather nice Transit. I bet that's a bob or two. Oh, it's got a pull out thing on the side of it. A camper Transit. That's new. Yeah, they've just re-tarmacked this road, isn't it? Absolutely. Just makes you want to do 120 mile an hour on this road. Anyway, what's an update since I haven't seen you for a while? God, it's been crazy. All this C-word stuff. And, I've got a friend that thinks it's all a big conspiracy. I'm sure he thinks the world's flat though. Yeah, so I haven't been able to get out on the bike. I've been out a couple of times since then. And I just wanted to have a ride. I didn't turn the camera off. Me and my friend Dave, we've had a quick ride out. Him and his 125.
Try again later.
Can't wait till he gets his pass test. Test passed even.
Intercom failed.
And gets on a big bike and then we can actually go places. I mean, we went from Filey down to Brid, through Brid seafront was absolutely mobbed. People everywhere trying to keep 2 meters apart. That was a laugh. We went through Brid anyway, drove along seafront, then went down Coast Road towards Hill, then nipped across to Driffield, and up Driffield and back up over Staxton Hill and back home again. It was good fun, really enjoyed it, but the problem is, I mean, poor old Dave on his 125 only does about 50 flat out, downhill with the wind behind him. Wow, that was a big bumblebee, poor thing. It'd be nice just to be able to do speed limit. I know when I used to have that bike, it's running around town is brilliant. But when you get on a stretch of road like this, when you have to do 50 or 60, it just struggles to keep up a bit. It's a bit, looks a bit murky in Scarborough. Sunny Scarborough, yeah, that's a joke. Oh, sailing ships are out, my God. Yeah, things are returning to normal. Shops open up on Monday. Oh, hello. And that should bring a bit more normality. My wife owns a shop, and there's apparently, which she didn't know, there's government guidelines to opening a shop that you need to do certain things before someone from the council doesn't come round and fine you for not doing them. Yeah, more jobs for the boys. You've got to have signs and hand wash and oh my God. Yeah, anyway, can't complain really, because I mean, God bless the government, they've paid out a lot of money to keep people sat on their asses. So yeah, when shops open again on Monday, things will start getting back to normal. The last thing that need is a pub. Get the pubs and restaurants open. And then it'll be as if it never happened in 6 months, except for all the economic crash. But here's another thing I was going to talk about, the economic crash. So if you're, all right baby, don't stall on me. And the way to get the economy going, I think the only way really is for people to start spending money again. And I think the problem with it being for the last 3 months or so, with everybody being laid off and furloughed and only on 80% of the wages, I mean, me included, I was a bit scared to spend any money. In case you didn't know what was going to happen next. But now it's all coming to an end and everybody's going back to work again. People need to start spending money to get the economy running. Well, I'm going to lay out a fortune. I've got a new, don't worry, Asbo, I'm not getting rid of you. Got a new bike coming soon, middle of next month. Yeah, man. Can't blooming wait. I don't want to get rid of Asbo. I like Asbo. She's a nice, good old lad. She's got a bit of attitude, and that's what I like about her. A bit of a loud mouth on her as well. Which can come in handy every now and again when you get some idiots walking around on the road. Just rev her up and scare the crap out of them. Yeah, so I was sat at home and I was thinking to myself during this lockdown, you know, if I caught this, I could be dead in a week. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. And it makes you think, doesn't it? It's all these things that you want to do, and you keep saying, oh well, yeah, I'll do that next year, or I'll do that when I get the money, or I'll do that when I can afford it, or blah blah blah. And before you know it, you get to my bloody age, 55 years old, with a great big long bucket list, and you've not ticked any off, because it's always, you know, I'll do it next year, but like I said. And I sat there and I'm thinking, well, bloody hell, if I don't start doing these things now, no idea when I'll get them done. So while I was sat at home, I phoned up 3 bike dealers. I'm not going to tell you which sort they are, because I'm going to leave that as a surprise, although a lot of you know exactly what it is, because I've told my friends. It's only my friends that watch this channel, I think. Anyway, I phoned up 3 bike dealers, told them what I want, and asked them to get back to me with a price. One of them in Middlesbrough didn't even get back in touch with me. One in York he phoned me up and left a message, and I got back to him, told him what I wanted.
Intercom failed. Again later.
I tried to get a test drive off him, but of course they weren't open. He said it'll be a couple of weeks before I can get a test drive. You're in the wrong lane, bud. That's a bus lane, you idiot.
Failed. Try again later.
Anyway, whatever. And I love it when bikes don't hit each other. It's just awesome. Yeah, and I found another one at Grimsby,
Try again later.
and he was keen as mustard. I like the guy, Dean. His name was.
Try again later.
And yeah, he was all over me like a rash. Yes, I can do that, Mr. Bennett. I'll be back in touch with you today. And he phoned back the same day, give me a price for what I wanted.
Try again later.
He says, how do you want it? I says, on finance, of course. And he says, okay. He says, blah, blah, blah.
Try again.
It's 3 or 4 years. I says, I don't know, give me a price for each. Sorted it out. He says, it's a £250 deposit, and it's,
Intercom.
I think I got it,
Try again.
well, I haven't signed for it yet, but over 4 years is 246 quid a month, I think. Should I go down seafront? No.
Intercom failed.
Not yet.
Try again later.
And he said, I says, oh yeah, that's great. And I thought he was just giving me a price for this.
Again later.
But no, apparently he got in touch with the
Try again.
bikes manufacturers and sorted it all out, and he was waiting for a deposit. I said, oh well, I wasn't like that sure. Anyway, so I phoned the other guy up in York,
Try again later.
and he said, oh yeah, I've been really busy, and like they do, I haven't got round to it and all that sort of stuff.
Try again later.
And I said, and I told him the truth. Like I said, yeah, that's nice.
Intercom
I said, you're pricing up against someone else, and he says, oh well, what price did you give you? And I told him price. I never heard back from him. That was it. Last I ever heard of him.
Try again later.
So I'm presuming that he couldn't beat the price. Which is fair enough, man. But he could have phoned up or just let me know.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Can't beat that price, Mr. Bennett. Here's our price. And do you know what? I'm a lot. When I buy something, I go a lot off the people that are selling it.
Failed. Try again later.
It's the same when I'm going into plumbing stockists. They're all usually round about the same price. Wow.
Intercom failed. Try again
I'm
later.
sure women are solar powered, man, because they try and get as much skin out as they can when the sun comes out. Anyway, yeah, and I'll go to the plumbing
Try
stockist
again later.
with the person in behind the counter that I get on well with. And it's the same when I buy a lot of things. And this guy, Dean, from Grimsby, I got on really well with him, even over the phone. Never met the guy. Well, I did last Saturday. I popped down and saw him.
Failed. Try again later.
And anyway, so out of all 3 of them,
Intercom.
one never got back to me.
Again later.
The other one farted himself when I told him what the other one done the price for, never got back to me.
Intercom failed.
So that left
Again later.
good old Dean at Grimsby. So like I said, I popped down to see him on Saturday.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Good on you, lad. Why, bloody hell, that's a suntan. Good on you, old lad. And yeah, I popped down on Saturday. It was howling wind and rain. And it was an hour and 3/4 to get down there.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
The wind nearly blew me off Umber Bridge a couple of times. God, that was scary. And met Dean. I didn't get down there till 4 o'clock because I left it a bit late to go because it was literally bloody. It was like middle of winter, we're in a wind.
Intercom failed.
So I left it a bit later and went down. Actually sat on the bike that I wanted to sit on. I took it for a little ride around car park. But I didn't want to take it out because it was just too windy and too rainy.
Intercom failed. Try again.
I didn't want to drop it. It's brand new tyres and on a bike that I've not ridden before. In the wet and the wind.
Intercom failed.
Yeah, so
Try again later.
I thought maybe not this time anyway. He was quite keen for me to take it out, but no, I didn't want to.
Try again later.
I think there's an excess of something like 1,500 quid if you take a bike out and slap it. Anyway, I decided against it, but I sat on it. I tell you one thing that I noticed on the bike,
Intercom failed.
compared to this one,
Again later.
the seat felt like a brick I was sat on. And I said to him about this, and he said, "Oh, that's a comfort seat." I went, bloody hell.
Try again later.
I didn't even sit on the normal one. And the reason I went down
Again later.
to actually, I wanted to sit on the bike, that's what I wanted to sit on, to see how high it was, because
Intercom failed.
I've only got like a, maybe, I can't remember, it's either 30 or 31 inch leg,
Intercom
so I've got quite a short leg
Try again later.
when I'm buying overalls and stuff. So I wanted to go down and see how far off the floor I was going to be. And
Intercom failed. Try again later.
that's all I was concerned about. I just wanted to sit on it, because you can get, the bike I'm getting, there's different height seats that you can get to either lower it or higher it.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
And I wanted to make sure, seeing I was going to order one, that I was going to order it with the right seat, because I think the seats are 300 quid for a different type of seat. Anyway, I sat on the one with the comfort seat, which is 20 mil higher than normal anyway. And I couldn't flat foot it,
Try again later.
but I wasn't right on my tippy toes. I was quite happy with it. I felt confident that I could, pull up at a set of traffic lights and get my feet down and not let it tip over. Anyway, the long shot of that is that's what I've done to boost the economy. So what are you guys doing to do to the economy?
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Yeah, I think it was 11,880. Deary me, I forgot what I was saying. 88, yeah, they were definitely 88s. 11,888 quid, I think it was.
Try again later.
And over 4 years, which worked out at £246 something a month. So now you might think that that's not boosting the economy much. I said, well, it is really. There's a place in Grimsby that's got all the profit off that, and that's how it all filters down. So bring it on. Oh no, that scooter didn't want to nod. Some scooters are a bit funny like that. They won't nod at bikes. Some bikes don't nod at, I nod at anyone. Anyone on two wheels. God bless them for getting out and looking. 2 metres apart, guys. Look at it, mobbed. Well, it's not mobbed, I've seen it worse than that, but yeah, people getting out, enjoying themselves. So what are you going to do, skate park? All the skater boys. So, there's the other thing as well, buying stuff online. I was quite a stickler for trying not to buy too much online, especially Amazon, because they don't pay very little tax in Britain. And so I tried not to buy stuff as much as I possibly could online. There's some things you can't. I mean, I went to Leeds from Scarborough with my mate Dave, and just to go through and get all this kit that I'm wearing. And that was the nearest place that had a sort of reasonable selection to go and have a look through. And they were very helpful. Sports Bike Direct in Leeds it was. And I'm really glad I went through, because the guy that looked after me, I mean, I was there, me and Dave were there for about, I think, 2.5 hours. Messing about, trying stuff on, and this guy's, oh no, you want to try this, Mr. Blah, 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 blah. And we tried all sorts of bloody ones on. I'll tell you what I never got, which I tried on, which I thought it was a bit too expensive at the time, was the Shoei Neotech helmet. I wish I had got it, because there's a few things wrong that I don't like about this helmet I've got. It's a Shark Evo 2. It's a flip-up lid, and it flips right round the back of the helmet, so you can literally ride it I'll see if I can do it now.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Yeah, so you can ride it with the helmet up. But the problem with that being is normally at the front, when you get a normal helmet, it's got a chin guard on, which stops a lot of the wind coming back up into your helmet. GS, of course. And with this one, you get a little flap that you flip down that sticks under your chin. It doesn't stop any wind whatsoever, and it gets really noisy to the point where people can't hear me speaking normally on bike. And I don't like that about this helmet. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's quite comfy, and I really enjoy other aspects about it. But the wind noise when you get up to speed is just ridiculous. I noticed it when I went down to Grimsby on last Saturday. The wind noise it whistles around this helmet, and I think the Shoei is supposed to be a lot quieter because it doesn't flip right around the back of the helmet like this front face does. It's got a good chin guard, and if you look at the bottom of the Shoei when it's shut, there's only a tiny hole that you can just about get your fist through. So it wraps round right under your chin, cuts the wind noise right down. Yeah, I regret not getting that Shoei, and I've been tempted to go and get it again, but it's wow. It's like, I don't know, 530 quid or something for Shoei Neotech 2 now. And it's a lot of money in anybody's eyes. But there you go. I've been looking at new biking gear as well. I was looking at one the other day. It's £1,099 for jacket. Just for jacket. I think it's 1,800 quid for jacket and trousers. Bloody hell. Nice bits of kit, but does it? I can't justify. Wow. I can't justify that expense. And then you flip it back down like that, you see. But now I haven't put the little chin strap down, so it'll be blowy as hell. Yeah, £1,099. It's for, I've forgotten the name of the thing. It's a real nice jacket. It's not a name that you know either. Oh, not a Supervent 3. I can't remember who makes it, but it's called the Supervent 3. If you want to Google it and find out what it is, I might put a link up when I'm doing the editing. I'll do it this way. It's supposed to be really good in summer, really good in winter. There's all sorts of little things about it. If I put the link up, you can read about it if you want. But I mean, 1,800 quid. I really don't think I'm going to be riding the bike enough to warrant that sort of expenditure. But anyway, you know what it's like when you're bored at home and you're just browsing around the internet, you find these things. I think if you're doing like 15, 20, 30,000 miles a year on bike, I can understand, and I could seriously, no doubt about it, I would be getting that, but I can't see me doing that sort of mileage. 4,000 or 5,000, you watch. Get a new bike, I'll do 5,000 in a couple of weeks. And I've also been looking, I've been looking for ages. I've probably mentioned it in other videos, for a drone. It's another boy's toy thing, isn't it, really? Get to somewhere, because the cameras on these cameras, it's very bizarre, because your eye sees
things totally different from what this camera does. So I might spot something in a distance and I'll say, oh, look at that and this, that and the other. And then when I watch the video back, you can hardly see it because it's such a wide angle lens. You don't get the detail that you do normally. I know a drone you can't you can't fly a drone along your bike. Oh, that'd be nice. Drone follow the bike at 80, 70 mile an hour, should I say, everywhere you go. Oh, and I've been looking at these 360 cameras. They look mint fun. But from what I saw, a green light up there in Stadler. Yeah, 360 cameras. There's some amazing shots on motorbikes on 360 cameras. But from what I've read and understand, it's a bit of a nightmare in post-production, like in video editing. Stitching it all together and that, it takes hours and hours to download all the footage and that. Although the new 360 One R is supposed to be able to do that all on your phone and skip at one of the steps on it. If I can think on, I'll put another link about the One R. All things that I want. I think if I totaled it all up, it'd come to about bloody 10 grand the amount of stuff I bloody would like. So you've got to prioritise. Oh, I got some, excuse me, I'm going to cough again. I got some base layers. Oh, I've got an itch right down on my chin. There you go. Yeah, base layers for under your biker stuff. Because it's all right wearing these Gore-Tex, this, that and the other, and, you know, it lets you breathe. And if you wear like a cotton t-shirt and stuff under that doesn't let you breathe. It just, cotton soaks up sweat and doesn't wick it away. So it's a bit pointless spending all this bloody money on expensive gear if you've got the base layers that you're wearing doesn't help. I'll put another link underneath to a video. Motor Legends, Chris, the guy in the cap, he explains it very well. So I ended up buying that. That was, I think the trousers that I've got, I'm wearing them now, they're very cool as well. So it's not only about heat. Anyway, if you watch the video, he explains it better than I'll ever do it. Special merino wool that's super fine and wicks your body sweat away, basically. Keeps you warm in winter, cool in summer, blah, blah, blah. So I bought a pair of Halvarsons, I think it's called. The top and the trousers, I think that come to about bloody 80 quid just for a pair of fucking... It looked like to get a pair of pyjamas. If I can think of, I'll see if I can get a picture of myself in them. It's funny as hell. If I can think of, I might not remember. I will when I look at the thing. Anyway, yeah, funny as hell. Really expensive though. But it's like I say, if you're wearing 150, 250,000 pound jacket, there's no point wearing them jackets if you don't get the base lace right to start with. Anyway, so I started with that. I think they'll last me a while, although I put them on this morning. I had to take my jacket off to give a friend of mine a hand on to the back of a trailer with some stuff, and I caught the bloody thing on a screw. So I've had it less than a day and I've already caught some threads. I don't think it's well, that's a bit over the top. I don't think you're supposed to do work in them. What else I've been looking at? Oh yeah, I got this, look. You see it? It's a windscreen wiper washer squidgy thing. I can't, there's a sponge under there. Oh, can you see it, sponge? So you wipe it one way and it cleans it, then you wipe it the other way and it squeegees it. Bloody, I tell you what, when I went down there on Saturday with all that rain and stuff, it bloody come in handy a lot. Yeah, and there's a little reservoir on, I don't know if you can see it, on the left-hand side. and you put a liquid in it, so it keeps the sponge damp with like a cleaning liquid. It worked wonders. I was really impressed with that. I don't know how to survive without it. You know these things with a squidgy on your finger? Oh my God. They're a waste of time though. Excuse me. Yeah, but oh, that was great. I'll put another link if I can to what's it's called, because I can't remember what it's called now. Has it got a name on it? Visor something. Anyway, I'll put a link. I'll put a link in if I can think on. But if you're doing any bike riding at all, definitely get one of them. If you're riding in summer and you don't take your bike out when it rains, then yeah, no, there's no point. But if you're riding anything that's not perfect sun, it's worth absolutely every penny. I think it was about 50 quid, 46 quid, or something like that. I'll have to pull up the chin guard down because you won't hear me. Yeah. So that's another thing that I've been buying. I spent a lot of bloody money lately on motorbikes. I'm one of these guys that once you get it in your head, I can't let it go out. I'll go and pull up in here and put my chin guard down. I hope I don't stall it because I don't want it. I'm sure this baby's going to have a flat battery again. Yeah, I was sat at home thinking, what am I going to do today? Got a list of jobs to do at home. And then sun came out of nowhere. So it was literally, I jumped in my pyjamas and put the rest of my gear on and jumped on it. I went to see my mother because she wanted some stuff sorting out, bless her. Love you, Mum. And then I thought, where am I going to go? I had to jump start it again at my mother's because I don't think I run it far enough. I'm not sure if it's these heated grips. You know, you presume with it being BMW, you turn the ignition off, the heated grips would turn off. But I never had a problem unless the battery's absolutely knackered. I never had a problem with it before. Yeah, so where am I going to go now? I might have a quick run up Staxton Hill, have a coffee and a fag up there, and then take it back. Let's get this chin guard down so you can hear what I'm saying, I hope. Yeah, a little plasticky, crappy chin guard. So if you're doing any motor vlogging in the future, if you're travelling more than, I don't know, 10 miles, and you're going to go at a reasonable speed, I wouldn't get this Evo at all. It's noisy as hell. I mean, I haven't had a lot of bloody helmets, but it really is noisy. Oh, I'll tell you what else I got. God, I've been spending spree. As I found out on the trip down to Grimsby about how noisy this helmet was. If you're doing a constant 60, 70 mile an hour or whatever, that noise builds up, man, I'm telling you. I bought some earplugs. And another thing I looked into, it's, I wouldn't mind some personalised earplugs. They take a wax imprint of your ear, in your ear, and then make the earplugs that fit exactly your ear. I've looked at them, they're like over 100 quid. Jesus Christ, for a pair of fucking earplugs. Of course, like everything, I looked into everything. I mean, you can buy them little foam ones that you stick in your ear for like pennies each. And then you can move up from that to the silicone ones that you can stick it in your ear, and they're like, I don't know, a few quid each. And then they do one that's the same sort of thing, but it's got a little filter in it, higher level filter. And I think they're 20 quid each. I got them. Everything. You know, my friend used to have a yacht, right? And if you say yacht, you just put 2 noughts on the price of everything. So if you went to buy some screws, I say, I want a bag of these screws. And they say, okay, great, £10 please. And then you say, yeah, they're from a yacht. They'll say £100 please. Exact same things, but and it's the same with a motorbike. I don't know where they think people that ride motorbikes get their money from. And then they wonder why young people are not getting into motorbiking, because it's so damn expensive. Anything at all. I mean, I've been pricing up how much it's going to cost to run this new baby that I'm going to get. I haven't decided what I'm going to call it yet. You need to ride a bike before you can tell. It might be he. You never know. And like servicing first. I mean, once you run it in, after 600 mile, you have to take it in, and they just tighten the chain up, change the oil filter, oil, blah blah blah. That's excuse me. Oh God, I think I swallowed a fly there. Yeah, that's 150 quid. Second one at 6,000 miles, I think, or once a year it's supposed to be. That's £300 a whack. Then the 12,000 mile one, that's 700 quid. And then the 24,000 mile one, you might as well sell bike. Because it's that bloody expensive. I can't remember how much it is, but it's bloody expensive. And of course they've got you by the short and curlies. Because the manufacturer gives you a warranty for, I don't know, 2, 3, whatever years it is. I think you can extend it to 4. And one of the stipulations, like it always is needs to be serviced by a special dealer. So you can't go, drop your oil yourself, change your oil filter yourself, because it voids your warranty. So you're sort of stuck in this contract with them as such until the warranty runs out. Yeah, so, and how much was insurance? I got an insurance quote for me, being 55. I'm 55 years young, old, whatever you want to call it. And the problem being, I've not been driving a bike for a year. So in that time, I've already moved up from a 125 to a 650. And now I'm moving up from a 650 to this size that I'm going to get. I'm doing very well not to drop any hints, aren't I? Excuse me again. Yeah, so that's against me. And I think the insurance was £450 something for the year. Holy crap. Yeah. I don't blame them. It's not a super fast sports bike or anything. But 450 quid. I suppose it'll come down. Yeah, I haven't been driving it here. It's like moving on to a sporty car when you've been driving less than a year. It's going to cost you a fortune. Although if I was 18, what is it, 21? I think you're not allowed to drive over a certain horsepower. But after 21, you can drive out you want. I'm glad I never got a bike when I was younger, because I'd have been dead. I was so full of vinegar. And I was immortal. Nothing could harm me. Like you are at that age. You never think it's going to happen to you. And then the older you get, the more that you think it's going to happen to you. The swings the other way. And yeah, so 456 quid I got quoted for it. without giving a registration number. So I don't know. I don't think it's too bad, but I'm hoping it comes down after the first couple of years. Bloody hell, I don't want to be paying that every year. So yeah, everything about a bike is more expensive. Yeah, so you've got running costs, servicing costs. I think the back tyre, they've got Michelin Road 5s on, which, I mean, I'm not an expert on road tyres, but I do look into things, and I've seen loads of reviews on the Michelin Road 5s. And from what everybody I've seen said, they're a brilliant tyre. So I was quite pleased to see that they had them tyres on. It's supposed to be really good in all conditions, wet, rain and everything. But a back tyre, I think the Michelin Road back tyre is 150 quid. I think it's 300 quid for the set anyway. And they last, from what I've read, about 13,000 kilometres. So what's that? About 7,000, 8,000 miles, somewhere around there. So if you're doing a lot of miles a year, that soon adds up. Give it some beans up here. Yeah. What was I going to say now? Can't remember. I'll just go and sit up here. I'm going to stop the bike when I get to the top and hope it starts again. I've given it a good run out. So if it does start again, I know the battery's knackered, or whatever charge the battery's knackered. Back in the day, they used to call it a dyno. I think they call it an alternator now. Oh, wrong one. Well, it looks like we've got a boy racer car meet. Yeah, why not? Why not indeed?
Recording.
Hey guys, well I'm back. I had to jump it all off again, poor baby. Either alternator's not charging this thing, or the battery's knackered. No, I don't know which is which. So I'll have to put a little volt test on it when I get home. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'll do it. All the boy racers have gone. There must have been about 30 of them up here. And they're all at least 2 meters apart. Yeah, right. Well, like I was saying before though, when you're young and full of vinegar, you're immune. You're immortal, nothing will kill me. I remember the days. Oh yeah. I like these gloves, Nox gloves. They've got wrist guards, skid stuff, a little thing on end so you can still use your phone. And they're comfy as hell. I do like them. No good in winter though, they're thin. It's only, what is it? I know it's kangaroo leather long palm and the rest is just normal leather, I think. Anyway, they've all gone. I'm just having a quick fag and a cup of coffee. Like you do when you can carry a cup of coffee on your bike like that thing down there. Then I'll have to go home because baby
Asbo's having a little hissy fit. Because I can't charge her for some reason. She's not holding the charge. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't even know how to set clock on this. I presume that's them two little buttons there. Yeah, it's reset everything. 20 past 12 according to this in the morning. Oh well. Light's still working. So back home we go, guys. Oh, you get down. And away we go. Just hope it doesn't stall on the way. I don't know. Push you out the way. You stay there, good boy. Don't want my cup dropping out. I've had that years, I love it. It's a weird place up here. There's some weird people up here every now and again, including me, I suppose. And away we go. I'm so disappointed. Poor old baby, what's the matter with you? I'll find out when I get home.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Not a bad view, is it? You can see all sea. Well, you probably can't, not on this camera. Sea fret just off Somme. Yeah, and about 4 o'clock it'll all come in short. You won't be able to see you. It's like some little horror film, The Fog.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
I think that, yeah. Gonna have to spend some time tomorrow with the little Asbo, aren't I, honey? Because I think the back brakes need blading. Yeah, all bikes have got character, that's all I'm saying. This one's got more than the others. Can you hear that? Not well, I'm sure you bloody can. Very noisy. Yeah, like I was saying, that trip down to Grimsby, what was it, an hour and 3/4, I think it was, to get down there. It was, when you're just bobbing about on a bike, commuting or whatever, 40 miles here and there. Yeah, I suppose you could get away without earplugs.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
But if you're doing anything like over an hour, it starts to get to you. And this helmet, once it gets over 40 mile an hour, starts getting loud. So I think I'm going to have to change it.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Oh, we'll see. What can you do when your poo smells of roses? gone failed, try again later. I'm sick of that as well. Oh, that's a nice colour.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Well, it's a shame about that. It's a nice day for a ride out. Oh yeah, what we got going here? Oh, it's Mr. Stockdale's potato wagon turning right. They've got a big yard there, look. Old wagons behind. Loading up potatoes all day and all night for McCain's. McCain's oven chips. Keeps all them wagons running and all that lot there running. Hey, bud.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Well, this sunny day's come out of nowhere, hasn't it? Woohoo! So, guys,
Intercom failed. Try again later.
have you got a bike? Do you want a bike? What kind of bike have you got?
Intercom failed.
Or what kind of
Try
bike would you
again
like? I started out on a little 125 Keyway, £2,000, brand new. God bless me dad, he bought me it just before he died. See the other videos if you want to see that. No, that sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. Passed my test and I got Asbo here. 650 F650 GS BMW. Love it to bits, although I think she's a bit jealous because I'm getting another bike soon. Don't worry, baby. Won't get rid of you. If I do, I know someone that'll look after you very well. Yeah, I think she's getting a bit jealous.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
So what are you driving, guys? What would you like to drive? Or do you just not fancy motorbiking at all? I don't know what you'd... Well, I don't know why you're watching this if you're not. Just listen to me waffling on. I'd love to tell you what bike I'm getting, but I'm going to try and leave that. It's middle of next month it's due. An estimated time. So it could be anything. Then I've got the dilemma. If it comes the middle of next month, do I leave it another couple of weeks and get the new registration plate? Which is 20 what? 20 now, so it'll be 20. Is it 25? I can't remember. Or do I just say sod it
Intercom failed. Try again later.
and get it 2 weeks beforehand anyway? I know what I'm going to say, but what would you say? Leave it to get the new plate so it sells better later. I'll say sod it. I'll have it anyway. I don't care.
Try again later.
What are you going to save? A couple of £100 on resale? Yeah. I know what I'd say. That's where I passed my test. He'll be busy. Went in to see him the other day. He's got a new Tiger 900. Now, I'm not saying if that's the one I'm going to get, but oh, it's nice. He managed to work a deal with Triumph because he's in the trade.
Intercom failed.
He got it for a bargain, bless him. It is a nice bike as well. It's the road version. They do two versions, Tigers. They do the road version 900
Try again later.
and the road version, road and off-road. He got the road version, obviously, because he's not really into off-road. Well, he wouldn't be. And it's nice. It's got all the gadgets. Nice, great big screen on it. LCD screen. With all the fancy gadgets on it. Yeah, and they got it a nice deal. So yeah, we were chatting about that for a while. Yeah, it's a nice red as well. I'll have to go in and
Try again later.
get a photo of it. I won't mind a little drive on it. I don't know if I'm insured though. I didn't even sit on it. But it was showing me all the gadgets on the screen. It's like gives you directions on the screen. You know, if it links up to your phone.
Intercom failed.
If you get
Again later.
your phone will give the LCD. It don't come up with a map. It just tells you what the next turning is. Like turn right in 50 yards, and there's a right signal comes up on your LCD screen. It's got all sorts of. I can't remember them all, but my God,
Intercom failed. Try again later.
it's really impressive the amount of stuff it's got on it. All the electronic suspension and that 6-way bloody IMU, you know, cornering ABS and traction control, and in other words, if you get off the bike while it's still going, it'll just drive itself to the next destination. It's not far off, I'll tell you.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
I've always said they're getting these self-driving cars, and I've always said that they'll never be able to do that on a motorbike, but
Intercom
I don't bloody know the way it's going.
later.
All you need is a gyroscope in it. But what the hell do you want a self-driving motorbike for?
Intercom failed.
It's the whole point of being on a bloody motorbike. You just to enjoy the drive. I suppose, I can see why the people want it on cars. Some people cars.
Failed. Try again later.
It's just a way of getting to work or getting to a destination. But a bike, it's the journey. It's enjoying the journey, enjoying the trip, watching the scenery.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
You know, that's the whole point of a motorbike. You don't want to self-drive a motorbike. What are you going to do? Fall asleep? Fall off it?
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Yeah, so I don't think that'll happen. But I think sooner or later in the near future,
Intercom failed. Try again later.
if your car's capable of self-driving, I think they'll make it illegal to drive it yourself. They'll blame all the accidents on normal car drivers, and they'll say, look how safe the frigging
Intercom
self-drive
failed.
cars,
Try again later.
self-drive car drivers are. You know, and then they'll say, well, you're not allowed to drive on motorways unless it's self-drive. And then it'll slowly work down to A roads, B roads, and then they'll just say, well, you're not allowed to
Intercom failed. Try again later.
self-drive a car anymore. And what they're going to do with bikes then? You know, self-drive bikes, I can't see it coming. But I can't see people,
Intercom failed. Try again later.
the want for it, never mind out else. I can't see people wanting self-drive. It just doesn't make sense. The more I think about it, the more it makes me go, what? No. So I think, I don't know,
Intercom failed.
10,
Try
15
again.
years from now, when all cars are self-drive, the only things that will be driving themselves on road are bikes. And can you imagine the grief we're going to get? Every crash.
Try again later.
It won't be the self-driving car's fault. It'll be the motorbike's fault, of course. And they'll try their best to come up with something.
Again later.
All these boys. Anyway,
Failed. Try again later.
keep fighting your independence, guy. Don't let them take it away from you. I remember when seatbelt rule come in. I'm showing my age now.
Intercom failed. Try again
I was thinking, what the hell's it got to do with the government telling me I have to wear my seatbelt? Surely I can.
Try again later.
I'm not doing anybody any harm if I'm not wearing seatbelt. The only person I'm going to do harm to is myself. So what the hell is the government telling me where to wear my seatbelt? And you know, for decades, I mean, until recently, when the cars ding at you when you don't wear your seatbelt, I never wore them, just out of spite. But it's little
Try again later.
little things like that just chip away at your independence.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
And you know, to the point where it's getting to be like a freaking
Intercom failed.
a nanny state. Yeah, you're not allowed to drive your car. Yeah, no, there's too many accidents. I can see it coming. Oh, sound like a cynic. Sound like my mate Paul. It's all a conspiracy. Yeah. He thinks all this COVID-19 is a conspiracy. Why does it affect blacks and no one else? No, Paul, it affects everybody. Yeah, but it kills more blacks than it does anyone else. I don't know, Paul. It's been genetically engineered in China. Well, you never know, he might be right, but you know, God bless him. God. Anyway, yeah. I'm not going to get involved in that because I try and stay out of political and racial issues. I try not to be racist in any way whatsoever. Each to their own. But I'm nearly home now, so
Intercom failed.
I shall call it a day there, guys. Anyway, it's nice to be back and nice to have a ride out. Nice to say hello to you guys again. Give me a thumbs up if you can.
Try again later.
Even better, if you could just click that little subscribe button. I'd love to get like 20 subscribers. Oh, yeah, 20 subscribers. That'd be nice. Go on, guys. Do it for me. Go on, do it. Just do it now. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Anyway, guys, I shall catch you later. Thanks for having a watch. Listening to me waffling on. Wow, scrape this. That side stand's a bit low. Oh, there's a view. I'll leave you with that view, guys. Bye.